Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and is this not just an awesome looking lock? I think it normally has a black plastic bumper around the top and the bottom, but I found it on eBay for like £5 I think, without a key, and I couldn't resist. These CISA or CISA 280 70s, they're just a great lock, really great looking. But look at the keyway. I'll see if I can get a bit of light better in there for you, but can you see all those gnarly teeth? Makes actually getting up there and picking really quite difficult. This is in 18,000th, so go in here and it will deflect this 18,000th gem off to the side, so you can't lift that hook all the way up. You might be lucky on pin 1 to get it most of the way up if you go through the warding, but that's about as good as you can get. So what I might try and do is pick off this center warding there, so the tip of the hook just there, which risks me oversetting the pins, but I don't have a key, so that's what we're going to try and do, and then if we can get it open we can gut it and see what it's got on the inside. Okay, so it's quite a tricky lock to pick. Going to need some heavy tension and a number 1 hook in 18,000th, and then go into the back and then try to apply tension and then get under pin 5 like that, and then come back to pin 1. It should bind. When we click it all the way up, there we go. We're going to a false set, but it's like all the way up. Now what we need to do is get under the next couple of pins. So this is pin 2, and we're already open. Now, interestingly, that took me a while to figure out. It wasn't an easy lock. Probably spent a good 45 minutes trying to figure out why I couldn't set anything, and it was because of all these sort of zero lift pins. Now, hopefully we can see that. I've not taken this apart other than to make sure that I could take it apart. So I'll put my tray there, and I've got my biggest screwdriver. It really is a bit of a beast, because look down here, big flathead screw. Hopefully I'll be able to get in there. I think we got it. And there we go. Oh. So what do we have here? We've got the cord, the actuator in there, which I'll leave at that angle, just in case I forget which way it was round. There we go. We've got this big anti-pull plate, an anti-drill spinner bit, which goes, well, it's not really a spinner, it sort of shields the front of the lock like that. You do not want to get this on the wrong way around, because you're going to occlude the keyway. So you want to make sure that when you do put it back in, you put it back in that way around. Okay, so I've got to be super careful taking this off, because I've got to leave this open. So I'll turn it around a bit more, just be a bit more careful, and then try to just pry off that circlet gently, like that. There we go. Now, shimmer. Must have one around somewhere. There we go. Now we're going to turn the cord back a little bit and just see where I can get the shim in. Now it looks like a full size core here, so 1/4 inch. There we go. And it is only the 5 pin, but like I said, not easy, these CISAs or CISAs. Oh, that's pin 2. 1. Ah yes, really long pins, these 3 and 4, and then yeah, short. So yeah, these ones are almost sort of zero lift, and they protect the pin at the back. If you put anything bigger than the number 1 hook in, you won't be able to reach it. Is that a mild serration on there as well? Possibly an overset trap on pin 5 as well. That's kind of cool. I wonder what else we'll see inside here. Spools for sure in position pin 2, definitely spools in pin position 2. So let's have a look. So dry pin 1 is probably standard. Yep. 2 definitely spool, which it is. I don't know about these almost zero lift pins here, so it could be standards or spools. Spool, and I think that pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a standard. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's not. Interesting. That makes it a little trickier. It's like a little serrated one, so that's why it's hard to set pin 5, is because you've got this combination of like serrated elements here, which is kind of cool. And nice little trap for those who aren't expecting it, like me. I don't think there's anything happening up here, just all brass springs, which I'll leave in there because nothing much to look at. Okay, and I shall show you all of this. Not bad, huh? Fun lock with a keyway, which is absolutely crazy. Let me show you that up close now. You can see very little room. You can't get an 18,000th hook up the center. It's paracentric. It will deflect it horribly. If it can go, it deflects it. So that's where you can just see here the holes drilled for the pins, and you can sort of get a hook up. This is just what's it, number 7 hook. But you sort of get that up a little bit, but it deflects. It won't go up sort of straight, and if you're going to the bottom of the keyway, of course, you're limited to how far you can get up there. I've got a gem in, is it 15,000th this one? And that doesn't quite get through either. Sorry, I'm trying to show you. It doesn't get through the warding anyway. It's really tight. Number of options. You could try to pick through the warding. So where the pins rest is a little hole, so you can try, but by the time you get to the back of the lock, you've got such little sort of reach up there before you hit the you know, the warding in front of the hook, that you're going to need quite a steep hook to get up there. Not impossible, but yeah, it doesn't give you many options. It's a really fun lock, this, with a really gnarly keyway. I like it anyway. So if you like this video, please give it a like. If you like the lock, give it a like. If you've got a comment about this lock, if you're a fan of these like I am, then please do leave a comment below. I read them all, reply to as many as I can. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing, and of course I will see you all next time.